Fortnite Reload is a mode brought by Epic Games around mid-June, and it's super desperate, right? So let's rewind back to the start of this season. We're in Chapter 5, Season 3, and this is the lowest performing season in terms of player count. The first two seasons of Chapter 5 were really underwhelming, and this season, in my opinion, is very fun, but I guess the rest of the player count doesn't agree with that because the player count is really low. And Epic sees this, so they like, hey, we gotta do something. So they start development on a mode called Fortnite Reload. And this mode, it takes aspects from OG, it takes some aspects from Zone Wars, and they kind of combine it into one. The map is pretty simple. It's basically a chunk of the OG map. So we have a few POIs, the old POIs. So we have Tilted, Pleasant, and then we have remix POIs like Dusty Docks and Sandy Sheets. In terms of weapons, loot pool is pretty varied. So we have obviously the OG weapons. We have pumps, tacs, ARs, AKs, stuff like that. But we also have some weapons from there's some of the previous chapters. So we have a lot of weapons from chapter 3, so like the Stinger SMG, Hammer AR, and honestly I'm glad they brought some of these newer weapons in because I feel like the old loot pool would a little too varied and people would just be using the same guns over and over. People would just be picking up pumps, scars, not tacs, nothing else. So I'm kind of glad they brought in new weapons from previous chapters. Reload was Epic Games' way of getting people back into Fortnite. They were hoping for the best, the investors were hoping for the best, and sadly this chapter just didn't deliver with, the lackluster features, the blatant, just boring map, weapon mods, which I'm not a fan of, and OG Reload was just their kind of last-ditch effort to get people back into the game, at least to hold them over until this November, where they're going to release OG 2 with, instead of Chapter 1 being brought back, they're going to bring back Chapter 2. In a way, I kind of feel like Epic Games ruined the whole appeal of something being OG, because for the past couple of years, we've all been waiting for OG to return, and they're kind of drip-feeding it to us, so it's just kind of losing all the appeal. Hopefully, when they release Chapter 2, it's gonna feel better because it's a completely different chapter, different graphics, different weapons. Anyway, back to the main question at hand. Did Reload work? And the answer is yes, it 100% did. The views for the game have been insane across all platforms, including YouTube, Twitch, all that. In fact, the player count for Reload is actually higher than the player count for regular Battle Royale, which just goes to show how much people do not like this season. All in all, what I'm trying to say is that Reload revived this season for me, and for many other people. Even though I like this season, I did kind of need a break from Car Royale, because that's basically all this season is. So yeah, that basically sums up all my thoughts for this season and Reload Fortnite. Have a good one, guys. Hey, you're probably never going to see this channel again, so you might as well subscribe, right? See you next time.